Okay, my next question is so this book is about the Rough and Tumble Knicks, and it fittingly starts out with the fight. Um can you talk about what happens and how this sets a tone for the book?
Sure. Um, well, as you said, Pat Riley comes in. He is, hands down the central character of this book. Um, my agent actually asked me a question at one point and said, when we started looking at possible design covers, we've got five people in the book cover, and it's Starks, Ewing, Oakley, Mason, and then right in the middle of those four is Riley. And my literary agent said, "Are you sure you want to have Pat Riley
Here's
on
the
the
book
cover?"
right here. We have the
Yeah,
Here's the cover. Let me just show. Oh, sorry. Let me just show you.
sure.
Is that? And
Yeah, no, I
this
see
is a
it
great.
perfectly.
It's a great picture. This is like a perfect. Because you have
Thank
all
you.
the characters here, and
We
the poses
used
are great.
three. We used three photos. We used one photo and then like two composites to plug Riley and Starks into that, because initially it's just a photo of. It's actually a photo of Ewing, Oakley, Mason, and then Greg Anthony is in the
Okay.
corner of it. So we cut the photo so that Anthony's not there, but then we kind of photoshopped Riley and Starks in from two different photos. So it took us a while to put that together, because believe it or not, it's kind of hard to get five people standing exactly the way you want them standing,
And they all
with
look pretty
in the
pretty
order that you want them.
surly. They all look pretty surly.
Right,
Yeah.
which is very fitting. So anyway, to your question, Riley takes over. He's the central character of the book by far. And my literary agent had made the joke about whether Riley should be on the cover. Absolutely should be, because to me, the day Riley walks in, the organization changes. And the first day that he coaches them in an actual practice and training camp, 15 minutes into that practice, there's a massive fight. Riley had them doing a rebounding drill that was, some people said it was like a non-contact rebounding drill, which even makes it funnier. The idea that these guys were not supposed to really be locked up with each other and engaged with each other, but that, it was a really hot, nasty, humid day inside the gym. They're practicing with no air conditioning, and it just kind of got guys hot under the collar. Anthony Mason is trying to engage in the rebound drill with the guy named Xavier McDaniel. Both are new to the team. Both are really strong and not guys you would want to mess with. And Xavier McDaniel, being more of a veteran, is tripping guys intentionally and kind of tripping their feet, so that each time they go up to jump for rebounds in this rebounding drill, that they tumble over, as opposed to actually getting an advantage toward, grabbing the rebound. So he's winning the drill that way. He's done it twice. The second time, Anthony Mason realizes that he's probably doing it on purpose. So Mason warns him in a vulgar way, "If you do that again, I'm going to hit you." McDaniel doesn't care, because he's thinking about it. He's like, who is this guy? Anthony Mason was not a known commodity in the league. He bounced around and played in different countries. So right after that, Xavier McDaniel does it one more time to a teammate of Mason's and McDaniel's, a rookie named Patrick Eddy. He falls over, and McDaniel gets another rebound. And so Anthony Mason uses that as an opportunity to hit him square in the jaw, which starts a fight that probably lasts for a solid minute and a half. Maybe less, but it was a pretty serious fight, considering that this is like day one. But now looking back on it, and maybe even at the time, it immediately set a tone for how this was a team that, pardon my French, was not going to take any shit from anybody. These players certainly weren't. Certainly Mason, certainly McDaniel. They were guys that would fight at the drop of a hat anyway, with random strangers, with teammates, with opponents, certainly. Sometimes with coaches. If you think about Charles Oakley hitting Paul Silas square in his chest one time during a practice. So this was a team that really was indifferent to who you were. And I think to some extent, Riley wanted it that way. Whether or not he orchestrated it so that there would be a fight that quickly, I'm not sure. But he was someone that really didn't mind a little bit of edgy sort of physicality, occasionally violence. He called for it. And I think more than anything, that moment set the tone for what this team would be, which was a physical team that maybe was a little bit too emotionally charged, and maybe sometimes was going to step over the line of what should be done or what was really allowed by the rules, by the league. But that moment, I think, crystallized it as well as any.